Live from the altar with G. Who is here with me? It's Tuesday Tarot. Tarot Tuesday. Maybe I said that backwards, however you want to say it. You already know while you're getting settled, I am pinning your comment. Same rules will apply. Rules. Nobody likes that, huh? It's Tarot Tuesday. Live from the altar with G. Knock, knock. Who's here with me? All right, y'all should be able to see your pinned comment now. Take a look. Yep. All right, cool. Hey, PP. Welcome back. All right. Hey, everybody. Your comment is now pinned. Okay, love. So we need to talk about August 28th because this is not just another full moon. We're heading into a partial lunar eclipse, and this is a big one. So if you've been feeling like something is shifting, something's coming to a head, something's ending, or you're suddenly seeing something differently, today we're going to talk about why this energy may feel so intense, okay? Hence the cards we got out here. We're going to talk about what this eclipse is actually about, what it can illuminate, what we're being asked to release, and how you can intentionally work with the energy. And of course, because it's Tarot Tuesday, we're also getting into cards, okay? We're going to do a collective reading and then we'll open it up for your free yes, no tarot. So stay with me. So welcome back, my loves. Welcome if you're new to the sanctuary. I'm so glad you found your way here. So again, we're going to talk about the August 28th full moon coming up in Pisces and the partial lunar eclipse and what this energy might be bringing up collectively and what may already be ready to release, okay? And then we're going to get into all of our tarot stuff. As always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and always use your own discernment, of course, because you're your own best guide, okay? And remember, no medical or legal. And if you're enjoying the live, then hit the like button, double tap the screen, please. Say hey in the chat. Let me know where you're joining from, your zodiac sign. Subscribe if you're new here. Make sure your notifications are on, all that good stuff. That's how you help support the channel as well. Now, we have a lot to get into today, guys, okay? Before we get into the eclipse, I have to tell you guys something else, okay? Well, a few something else's. So yesterday was supposed to be Mediumship Monday, as you know, and I had it totally planned out. But as the universe does, it had other plans, okay? So obviously that did not happen for those of you that were following along, and I do apologize. But my service went out for like 6 hours yesterday. By the time it was back, it was already like 9:30 at night. I was getting ready for bed. So I was like, okay, and that's why I made that post. But you guys will never guess. So all day long yesterday, I was singing Dolly Parton songs. 9 to 5, all of that. And I was sitting there thinking, oh, it's because Sunday we talked about all this hustle, work, survival, achievement stuff. And then I come to see today that Dolly Parton passed away. And we weren't able to do Mediumship Monday. And I was like, okay, we are talking about this, right? So take a sip of your coffee or whatever it is you're sipping on, because we're going to get a little into this. Then we're going to get into some other stuff, then the eclipse, then the tarot. Yeah, so stay with me. And let me know if you guys knew about Dolly, how you feel about this in the chat or the comments if you're watching the replay. So I just wanted to leave a little bit of space for Dolly energy today, see what comes through. Honestly, it's such an interesting place to start, okay? Because that song too is all about the grind, frustration of working your life away, being undervalued, trying to get ahead. that there has to be more to life than that. And that's literally what we were talking about on Sunday. Okay. And I grew up, as I told you guys, if you were here on Sunday, understanding hustle is survival, wanting out, wanting something different. I didn't want to become another statistic. And Dolly came from very, very humble beginnings as well and built an extraordinary life from that. And it's a really interesting thread running through everything we've been talking about. So thank you, Dolly, for the energy. Um, so what do we do with the life we've been given? What are we working towards? What are we trying to escape? And when we finally get there, do we even know how to live it, right? And Dolly did so much with her life, and she passed at 80 years old. And now we're moving into an eclipse that's asking us to look at what we're ready to release. So definitely worth paying attention to, y'all. Okay. Um, and a couple other things came out, even though that I channeled, even though I wasn't able to do the actual mediumship Monday. Ooh, catching up on the chat. Hi, twin. Yes, eclipse energy. We're going to talk about it. Oh, I'm sorry you're having trouble sleeping. Yeah, definitely tech issues. I experienced that even yesterday. Yes, we're doing those in a little bit. I will have you first on the queue, twin. All right. So we talked about Monday. We talked a little bit about Dolly. Oh, so the other thing that was coming to me yesterday, you guys, was the name Sherry. So I don't know if you're named Sherry, if you got a passed on loved one named Sherry. There's something going on with Sherry, and it was all on Mediumship Monday. Even that song, the Sherry Baby song. I try not to sing to you guys, but I can't help it. Do a little cleanse here too. So we'll see if Sherry comes out today, because even though, that's not necessarily the topic, it still comes up. Okay. So cleansing my space, my tools, body, mind, and spirit, so the truth can come through. Okay. So I also wanted to let you guys know, I love what I do, you guys. I just have to say that. I absolutely love what I do. And today I was doing some work for clients, some cleansing, some cord cutting, some protection, altar work, spell work, whatever you want to name it, ritual work. And so I wanted to remind you guys that with this upcoming eclipse and full moon, which is happening on Friday, so you still got a little bit of time, but the energy is already here, right? We know this. And it's a great time to do that, to do releasing, cleansing, purging, whether that's in your actual physical space in your home, whether that's in your life in general, your love life. Like, now is the time. So if you guys need help with any of that, you know how to reach me. If you don't, it's all in my bio here on YouTube. You can email me. Okay. And check out the site, sanctuary444.com. Okay. So let's talk about this. So, what is going on astrologically? So, Friday, the 28th, this reading is timeless, but there is a full moon and partial lunar eclipse coming up. So, that's why I have here our full moon card. That's sage falling off. That says, harvest the truths of your hard work. Full moon. And look at the eye there for protection, you guys. And then we've got the lunar eclipse. Now, this is a partial lunar eclipse, but I still pulled this card for us. Open the door to a higher dimension. Love it. So moon energy is very strong, you guys. We got through the full solar eclipse, and now we've got a partial lunar eclipse. The moon is in Pisces. The sun is in Virgo for this time. Okay, you guys? Pisces is 12, which ends up being 3. Okay. So creativity, communication, mind, body, spirit connection, collaboration. And our moon is 5, which is all about, changes and transformation. And then Virgo is in 6, all about harmony, love, family, responsibility. That makes sense with Virgos, right? And our sun is 13. So imagine that the Pisces is 12 and the sun is 13. And 13 is a very significant number in spirituality, and it actually breaks down to four anyway, which is stability, foundation, protection. Okay. So let's talk about this. So, what the heck is a lunar eclipse? So, this is when the Earth moves between the sun and moon, and Earth's shadow falls across the moon. Okay. Now, this is a particularly deep partial eclipse, with most of the moon entering Earth's darkest shadow. All right. So, good time for shadow work, too. We're going to get into it. And astrologically, we're working with a full moon in Pisces opposite the sun in Virgo. Okay, again, that's why I have these cards out today. And that's where this gets really interesting. All right, because Pisces and Virgo bring us into two very different kinds of energy. Pisces brings intuition, emotion, spirituality, dreams, even surrender, compassion, and the unseen. Virgo brings work, routines, you know, them earth signs, work, routines, organization, discernment, practical responsibilities, desire to fix things. Okay. So this creates a really interesting question, all right? So where have you been leaning too far in one direction? Are you controlling everything because you're afraid to surrender? Are you surrendering everything because you're afraid to take action? Are you constantly working and fixing and ignoring what your spirit's telling you? Or are you so caught up in the spiritual and emotional that you're avoiding the practical things that need your attention too? That's the axis that we're working with, okay? So, lunar eclipses they've always carried very powerful symbolism around shadow work, revelation, culmination, and change. Okay, and that's what I was talking about with this five here on the moon card, because the moon is literally moving through Earth's shadow. So spiritually, I like to look at this as an invitation to examine what has been sitting in our own shadow. Y'all know I love me some shadow work. Okay. So, what have you been avoiding? What have you been pretending doesn't bother you? What have you outgrown? What have you been carrying just because it's familiar? What are you finally ready to admit to yourself? Because sometimes the thing we're being asked to release isn't necessarily a person, right? Sometimes it's the identity we created around the person. Sometimes it's a job, and sometimes it's the belief that we aren't capable of something better. Sometimes it's not the relationship, it's the version of ourselves that kept accepting less than what we wanted or what we deserved. And sometimes it's not even the situation we're in, it's the story we're telling ourselves about the situation. Okay, tell yourself a different story. So, connecting it to our actual lives. And this actually connects beautifully to what we've been talking about lately. I feel like this is like an ongoing series. All right. So you miss an episode, you might miss a lot, you guys. So Sunday we talked about hustle, right? We talked about why we work so hard, what we're trying to escape, what we're trying to prove, who we are without the hustle. And now we're approaching an eclipse. So I want you to ask yourself, what am I actually ready to release? And not necessarily what sounds spiritually impressive, you know, because screw all that, right? Not what you think you should release. Y'all know how I feel about the word should. What are you genuinely tired of? What are you tired of carrying? Okay, let's get real with ourselves here, people, because there's a difference between saying you're ready to release something and actually being willing to let go. All right. So this is where you guys start prepping. Like I said, you can clean your physical space, you can cleanse your energy, journal, meditate, pull cards, whatever works for you, but definitely pay attention to your dreams, to your reoccurring thoughts. You know, notice what keeps coming up for you, what you're suddenly unwilling to tolerate. Maybe things will start triggering you that you've been tolerating and you just can't do it anymore. You know, notice where your energy feels really drained. And let me know in the chat if this is resonating with you, if you've been feeling drained these last couple days. Notice where you feel relief when you imagine something ending. And don't just focus on what you want to manifest. Ask yourself, what needs to leave so I actually have room for what I'm asking for? It's a great time to purge, you guys. I know I've been doing it, okay? So that's the question I want you sitting with. All right. And like I said, for those of you who want help working intentionally with this energy, I'm performing rituals and spell work around this eclipse this week. So we're talking about cleansing, cord cutting, release work, clearing. And if you're looking for work or career opportunities right now, I have something specifically for that intention as well. So if you've been feeling like you're ready to clear something out and make room for something different, keep an eye out, okay? We're going to be talking about this week, but y'all already know all my links you need are in my bio, okay? All right. So let's get into the cards. We're going to do a little collective poll, and then we'll get into your yes, no questions. I already have Twin down for the yes, no. I'm catching up on the chats. Okay. All right, Twin, I see your question. Aquarius and Scorpio. Hey, Yagi. Oh, Twin, I'm sorry to hear that about your accounts. That sucks. Hi, Monica. Welcome. Hi, Laura. Welcome. Nigeria. Hi, Anika. Welcome back. All right, Anika, you're going on the list. All right. I'm writing them down now. We're going to do collective readings and then get into the yes, no. Yeah, if you guys have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Hi, Khaled. If you want to phrase it into a yes, no question, Khaled, everyone gets one free yes, no. So let me go over the rules really quick since we've got so many in here talking about it. So we're going to do a collective reading, then we'll get into your questions. Everyone gets one free yes, no question. So you have to frame it that way. If you want an open-ended question or you want me to actually pull cards for like a little mini reading for you, then that's where you submit the tip. The rules and the links are pinned there in the chat for you. They're also here, my Ko-Fi and Cash App. Let me know on which platform you sent it. Okay, and then I will go ahead. That can bump you up on the line, or if you ask a free question and then you want to ask more about it, same thing. Okay. So Khaled, if you want to reframe your question or submit the tip. Hey Dylan, welcome back. Hey Sand, welcome. Good question, Twin. Yeah, you can actually do a cleanse. If you're not wanting to cut the cord with the person, then you wouldn't want to do a cord cutting, but you can definitely do a cleanse. You can do a custom ritual protecting you from the energy. You may want to do a freeze instead of a cord cutting. But yeah, if you want to email me, then we can talk more about it. Okay, Sand. Got you on the list as well. Oh, dang, Dylan, that's crazy. I got you on the list too. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, poor doggy. I got you, Sam. I saw it. All right. So on the list so far, I've got Twin, Anika, Sand, and Dylan for the yes no. We're going to do collective poll. And then, oh, I don't know if you guys saw that. My thing just burned out and got ash all over me. I don't think you guys can see it now. All right. So we will leave these cards here. And we're going to pull some tarot for the collective. So I'm going to. Hmm. I'm I'm actually gonna pull from my moon deck. Makes sense because we have the full moon coming. And I'm gonna ask, what is the August 28th eclipse illuminating for the collective first? I think tomorrow we're gonna do them by sign, so make sure you guys join me for that one. And y'all, I am moving. I know you guys have been hearing about this for a little bit now, so I'm actually quite excited about it. It's been a very nerve-wracking ordeal for those of you who've been following along. So thank you so much. All of your tips are going towards my move, and moving is not cheap. So especially with 3 fur babies. So yeah. So thank you so much for those of you who do contribute. That is what it's all going towards right now. And I'll get all set up. I'm going to do my best to keep the lives going through the move and everything. So y'all will see. Okay, so what is the eclipse illuminating for the collective? Oh, interesting. Children came out 14, which is 5. That was the same number as our moon. Oh, moon children. Yeah, children of the moon. So this could be highlighting family. Okay, so whether or not you have children, this applies. And again, 5 is for change and transformation. So this also can be inner child wounds. Okay, so it's illuminating that, anything to do with that. And what are we being asked to release, Spirit? And remember, if you guys have a question, want to jump the line, or you want a more detailed question or a mini read, then again, that's where the tips come in. And the info is pinned there in the chat as well as here on my card for you. Learning. Okay, so we're being asked to release learning 4, which is protection. So yeah, our deprogramming. We're being asked to release our programming here. Okay, we are learning. All right, and what is underneath this, Spirit? Let's see. Ooh, karmic relationships, regrets. Oh, and there's a karmic message here as well. That's funny. We got karmic relationship, regrets, and karmic message. Okay. And karmic relationship is 24, which again is 6, which matches the Virgo energy. Regrets is 23, which is 5, which matches the moon and the children here. So definitely makes sense. Karmic message is 37, which then goes to 1, which is self. Okay, what's the message here, Spirit? Free message 39. Which is 3 again, same as the Pisces. And this one actually has, I don't know if that's a ram head or a goat head. I always do this. So if you're Aries or Capricorn, do the rams have the spirals? Yeah, see, in this one here, maybe that one's more the ram and this one's more the goat. They're so similar, you guys. Let me know if you know in the chat. Okay, what is this message, Spirit? Oh, being told to pull from another deck. Bear with me, guys. I didn't see anyone say anything about Dolly in the chat. All that chatting I did about Dolly. What the heck, you guys? What the heck? Oh, this is your sign. I'll put that right here. This is your sign. That's the message. Thank you, Spirit. All right. And what becomes possible once we release this, Spirit? Ah, look at what's sitting on the top of the deck. Total abundance. Yes. Yes. I love this for us. Oh, we didn't pull charms. We're going to do charms next. Silly me, silly me. So yeah, take what resonates with that, you guys. Let me see. I'll do one more from here. What guidance does the collective need as we move through this eclipse energy, Spirit? If something immediately stands out or comes to mind, definitely pay attention to that, you guys. Let me know in the chat. Karma 16, which is 7, luck, money. But it's also spirituality, okay? Divine connection. Yeah, and with 16, before we get to the 7, we usually have to go through a tower moment, hence why this is karma, okay? So that's what we need before. We need to know about that before we move through this eclipse energy, you guys. Hence why we need to do the cleanses, okay? Don't forget to hit the like for me, double tap the screen, subscribe if you're new. All of it supports the channel. And if you just joined, we're talking about the full moon in Pisces and partial lunar eclipse. What's illuminating, what we're being asked to release. All right, so we're going to pull charms, and then we're going to get into your yes, no questions. Let me just check up on the chat real quick. Yes, Khaled. One free yes no question. Hi, Sophia. Welcome back. Okay, I'm adding into the list. Sophia. Hi, Michelle. I'm not sure if you're the same Michelle, so welcome or welcome back. Everyone gets one free yes no question. If you want to do a love reading, I could definitely do that for you. The link and rules are pinned in the chat. Will you hear from Taurus soon? Okay, Michelle, I'll put you on the list. All right. So I'm pull charms and get into your questions. We got Twin, Anika, Sand, Dylan, Sophia, and Michelle. Let me know if I missed anybody. What's the got for us today? Starts. Ooh, we got a panda and we got the evil eye. Ooh, I was just talking about protection, you guys. I love it. Oh, and just so you know, for the yes no, we're going to be pulling again from my moon deck here. Well, it's actually I think it's Voice of the Souls is the name of the deck, something like that. I call it my moon deck 'cause it's got a moon on it, but I have a few different moon decks. So we'll pull from here. There is a card in here that indicates that I use the pendulum. So we'll go off of those for your yes no questions. And again, if you want me to pull from any of my other decks or tarot, do like a mini reading on you, then that is where the tip comes in. Or if you want to ask additional questions, okay? All right, see. So you already know the evil eye, okay, is all about protection. Now there are different evil eyes. This one is our black, white, and blue evil eye. So this is protection. It's psychic shielding, warding off envy, jealousy, negative energy. So kind of what you were asking about a little bit, twin. So this is a good one to carry with you, wear, hang around your house, things like that, for warding off negative energies. Okay. So it's good that this came out because that's what we're talking about today, aren't we? All right. And then what had happened was, I'm just kidding. Oh, then we got our panda, okay? And pandas are black and white, usually in color, right? So balance, that yin yang energy. And it's funny because spiritually, they also represent gentleness, even though if you know anything about pandas, they look cuddly, but they're not. So that matters too. But peace, boundaries, that's why boundaries, because they look soft and cuddly, but they're actually very strong. But yeah, big on the yin yang energy. Okay. So this is all about protecting your energy with boundaries and balance. Okay. That's what these charms are. All right, so let's get into this. We have twin first. So Aquarius and Scorpio, is this connection coming to an end? And if you're just joining, everyone gets one free yes or no question to keep it fair. You can ask about anything as long as it's not medical or legal, and it can genuinely be answered yes or no, okay? So again, we're pulling for twin now. So Aquarius and Scorpio energy. Is this connection coming to an end, Spirit? Oh, card fell out. You got Isis, cast spells, protect, heal. So yes, it's in your best interest to move on. But you definitely, and Twin, you were asking about this, so it's funny. This card fell out. Funny, not funny. So yeah, you were asking about protection and spells and cord cutting. So it's definitely a good time for you so that you can protect yourself and heal from that energy. That's the Isis card. And you also ask about Scorpio energy, and look what's on the card, a scorpion. Oh, and you guys, talking about scorpions, okay? I have had, no joke, and like over my lifetime, I've had, scorpions under the house and centipedes and different things, okay? But probably a couple months ago, I had a really large, I even posted about it on the channel. So if you guys go back to my post, you'll see it. This huge black scorpion came into my bedroom. It was actually like crawling on my bed. Anyway, I got it out because y'all know I rescue things. I don't kill things. So got it out, relocated it, all good. Well, then the other day, while I was in a live with y'all, my cat ended up finding a scorpion, okay, in the kitchen. That one got escorted out, so it was all good. My cat's okay too, thankfully. Then I think it was last night. Yeah. My One of my other babies, my one of my dogs, notified me that there was something else also in the kitchen. And I go look, and it's this teeny tiny little scorpion. I'm like, oh my gosh, like two scorpions. So big scorpion energy lately. And that just reminded me of it because I meant to talk about it anyway. But then, of course, I didn't get to go live yesterday. So yeah, so big signs about boundaries and cleansing and protection, okay? So definitely protect your energy and have boundaries, y'all. And don't worry, all my fur babies are okay. I'm okay. Nobody got hurt in the process, including the scorpions. All is well. Let me know if you guys ever had any of those come into the house. Yes, we did, Twin. You're welcome. Yes. All my babies are okay, thankfully. I know that's always like my biggest concern because I've actually been stung by a scorpion before many years ago. Um, so I think that kind of like, I don't know, I guess I really don't fear them. I mean, I don't want to get stung, but I don't really fear them anymore after that because I'm like, okay, I've been bit by a black widow, like all kinds of, and so I'm kind of, not that I'm like, oh, I'm invincible, but it's just like I'm like, I'll be okay. It's more my babies that I worry about. Anywho, okay, so now Anika, does Jawad have feelings? Let's see. Does Jawad have feelings for Anika, Spirit? True North. Stay true to yourself. Okay, Anika. Let's take this as I'm leaning towards no, but I want to say this. Whether or not Jawad has feelings, it's time for you to focus on yourself. True North, you see? The compass, the snake. Mm-hmm. Time to move on. This is big move on energy, you guys, in the collective. And let me know if you guys want to go deeper on that. Okay, so Sand, you're going to reconnect with Ruwan in the next 2 weeks. Let's see. Is Sand going to reconnect with Ruwan in the next 2 weeks, Spirit? some stubborn energy here. All right. No. No. Sand, you're not going to reconnect with Ron in the next 2 weeks. So it might mean no, you asked in the next 2 weeks. So maybe it happens after that. Maybe not at all. Let me know if you want to go deeper. It also says sleep on it. So like I said, it's big moving on energy in the collective lately. Okay, and Dylan, that's crazy about the crash that happened outside your house. Let's see. Will you find the doggo? Will they find the dog that was involved in the crash outside Dylan's house? Right. So yesterday was just a crazy day for everybody then. Might have to go to the pendulum for this one. Just got the chills. Hey, Kate, change is important. Release the past. I'm going to ask the pendulum because I want to know about the doggy. The poor doggy. Will the people from the accident find the dog outside? Find the dog. Okay. Saying no, yeah. The card is saying release it, and then the pendulum's saying no. Oh, well, that doesn't mean they won't find it at all. So maybe you guys won't find it tomorrow. Maybe it'll find its way home. Maybe someone will take it to a shelter. We're just gonna keep the doggo in our thoughts. And thank you for volunteering to help them, Dylan. Not that it happened in an accident, which how scary, but I've had my dog get out before and like not been able to find it, and then so it's like, ooh, that's a scary situation. Anyway, okay, so Sophia, will you get the 200? I think it was euros. I'm just gonna take $200 from Laura. Will Sophia get the $200 from Laura? Ooh, this came flying out. Magic wand. All right, we got to ask the pendulum. Will Sophia get the $200 from Laura Spirit? Yes. Pretty strong yes there, Sophia. Ooh, you got money coming your way. Okay, Michelle, will you hear from the Taurus soon? Will Michelle hear from the Taurus soon, Spirit? Let me put our magic wand back. Shuffle. Will Michelle hear from the Taurus soon, Spirit? No. It also says sleep on it, but no. No, Michelle, you're not going to hear from the Taurus soon. It doesn't mean not at all, but not soon. Let me know if you guys want to go deeper with that. You're welcome, twin. That's crazy, Dylan. You're welcome, Anika. Oh, the one who proposed. Hi, JN. Thank you. I know. Oh, Dylan, that sucks. Yeah, he's not from Florida and a truck driver. Sand, I already answered your question. You're welcome, Sophia. Okay, Michelle, if you want to go deeper, you just have to click on one of my links there in the chat, submit the tip, and then let me know on which platform you submitted it, and we can go deeper. Hi, Bree, welcome. Okay. I don't think that was the question, but welcome, Bree. Sand, you keep submitting the same question, but I already did yours. You might have to go back and watch the replay. Not Santa. I was talking to Sand. So Santa, hi. If you have a question, let me know, Santa. But Sandunika, that one, I did answer your question. Oh, well, that was sweet of you, Dylan. I hope you don't feel like you're too much, though. And if it's resonating, don't forget to double tap the screen, you guys. Sorry if y'all confused the Sand and Santa, two different, very similar handles there at the beginning of it, but yeah. So Santa, if you still have a question, let me know. Again, everyone gets one free yes no question if you're just joining. If you want to go deeper or ask a different type of question or a mini poll, then you can submit the tip. The rules and links are pinned there in the chat for you. You can ask anything you want as long as it's not legal or medical. And again, we've been talking about the Pisces full moon coming up and the partial lunar eclipse. So we've already done our chat on that, our collective reading, and we are in our free yes no tarot polls. All right, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. All right, we are completely through the queue. So if anyone hasn't gone yet and has a question, you will be top of the list. So let me know. I'll pull a little tarot for the collective. What other messages for the collective around this eclipse energy, spirit? Magician 1. Oh, interesting, because where was it? The karmic message we got was also a 1. So I'm going to connect these two. Magician, we got the infinity symbol here. Yeah, I told you this is a great time, you guys, for, and look, they're in a hoodie, for not only shadow work, but also energy work, altar work, spells, rituals. Let me know. And if you feel comfortable doing it on your own, I also have guides on my website for that too. If you don't want them performed for you, but you feel comfortable doing them, sanctuary444.com. I have those too. And if you're not sure what you need, again, you guys can email me. And my email is also in my bio on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Dylan. I appreciate it. Let's see what comes up for you, Dylan. For you and your friend. For Dylan Spirit. Oh, 5 of Wands. You know, it's funny because I don't watch a whole lot of like lives or even like I feel like I'm doing so many lives and so much tarot that I don't really watch a whole lot of it like I used to. Which is a good problem to have. It's not even a problem. But I was watching one the other day, this video, and they were talking all about this specific card right here. So it's kind of interesting that it came out. And again, we have 5, right? And we have 5 on the moon card here and 5 on the children card. Yeah. So 5 is all about change, transformation, and here you see that there are these people here, and there's fire at the very top. So it's kind of like they're climbing to get to this fire. So there's something here you're trying to achieve, and one's is fire energy. So maybe you felt a little bit all over the place with this connection. Maybe maybe some mixed signals or something. What else, Spirit? Yeah, 4 of Cups. So there's something here you're not quite seeing. You see all this rainbow color here, and we're going to talk about this because colors matter too. And I know that's very associated with the LGBTQ community. It doesn't, of course, it is, and that's wonderful. But that doesn't have to be it either. We'll talk about it spiritually too. But you see here, she's got 3 of the cups here and 1 over here. And you see she's looking this way, away from someone handing her a cup. So someone, maybe you haven't been as open to receive, Dylan, or someone's kind of trying to give you something and you're not necessarily paying attention. There's something that you're not seeing that's clearly right there. Okay. And with this being the rainbow, like I said, this is rainbows are a bridge. And if you ever see, a rainbow, that arc is kind of like, a bridge. So they're known as the divine bridge energy, okay? Hope, blessings, alignment, promise after the storm, right? We all know about like the pot of gold after the rain. Chakra balancing, spiritual confirmation. So if you really got a question on your mind, you see a rainbow, it's kind of like confirmation for you, or surprise. Okay. So here, like I said, she's being given something, but not really looking that way. So, I'm getting maybe this is some sort of confirmation for you. Maybe a surprise is coming in with this connection. Maybe you're thinking that there isn't interest and there is. Yeah, there's something here that maybe you haven't paid enough attention to. Okay. And then the 4 on top of it. And 4 is kind of stability, protection. Let's see. Oh, we got 2 this time. Ooh, we got temperance. That's that Saggy energy again that keeps coming up in your readings, Dylan. And you see here we got that yin yang, same with that panda. Okay. So the light and dark, and he's got wings here. And the temperance is also 14, which is dun, 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 5. You have big 5 energy here. And 4 energy too, with the 4 and the 14. So again, change, transformation. Okay. That's why he has wings on here, light above his head, that yin and yang. So all about that balance. And again, that's a known Saggy card. And then here you got the 7 of Wands. And we got some sevens that came through today for the collective as well. You see there, she's meditating in a bubble. So this is all about spirituality. Wands is also fire energy, and you already got the wands here. Okay. 5 and 7. So a lot of fire energy between the wands and the Saggy, which is a fire sign. Right. And this one is, divine connection, spirituality, introspection. So maybe you've been doing, and this makes sense because you did say that you apologize for being too overwhelming, which I know we kind of talked about this on Shadow Work Sunday. And that's kind of like there's a shadow element there too, because you're kind of apologizing for how you are, which is great because you're taking accountability, you're accepting, responsibility for your actions, which I don't necessarily know what the actions were. So that all could be very valid, right? But at the same time, you don't want to feel like you're too much. You want to make sure that you have confidence in yourself, all those things as well. But this is showing me that you've been doing that kind of reflecting on maybe what you're bringing to things, which, is a good thing. Okay. Hopefully that resonates, helps. I'm catching up with the chat again. Oh, good, Dylan. Well, that's good if you felt like it really transformed you and helped you. If you are just joining, we are doing our free yes no polls. I just got finished with an extended one. So if you guys want a mini reading like I just did for Dylan, then the rules and links are there in the chat for you. Otherwise, everyone does get one free yes no poll. And if not, we will go into our affirmations. Our candles lasted this whole time. Usually it goes out before our hour's up. Tarot Tuesday. Yeah, so I think tomorrow, guys, we're going to talk about this eclipse energy and kind of how it could be affecting each sign. We'll do that for our Wake Up Wednesday. I was stuck between Wacky Wednesday and Wake Up Wednesday. Either one of them is cool. I'm not necessarily labeling them that. I'm just kind of silly like that. Yeah. Yeah, so sit with that, you guys. What are you ready to stop carrying? What is it you need to clean up, whether that be physically, energetically, etc.? What do you need to release? Now is the time for that before Friday gets here. Gotcha, PP. Oh, wow, Dylan. Is that going to be your first day? Because I thought you were starting. Oh, your help. Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought you were starting in September. That makes sense. Yeah, that is a long day. Good pay, though. 18 is 9, release energy. 14 is 5. You've been getting fives all day. You got a 14 and a 5, and now you're saying that you're going to work 14 hours. Spirit's talking to Dylan. All right, so PP. Why? Where are you going, PP? All right. PP wants to know, will he have time to achieve his goal, Spirit? See what the cards say. True North. Stay true to yourself. So, yes, PP, as long as you stay true to yourself. What that means is living in your truth. Follow the right path. You got the snake here leading to the compass. So you know what your inner compass is. Don't stray from that. So, yes, there's always time. Oh, glitching. Hi, Sonia. Gosh, Dylan, you reminded me of when I used to, and it's crazy because I had certain days of the week, like Mondays are one of them, back when I was teaching, where I would go in at 9 a.m. and I wasn't off till almost 11 p.m. Of course, I had, little breaks and stuff in between, but it was like such a long work day. And it was mostly talking, which you guys can probably tell I can talk, but, it was just like by the end of it, I would be so tired. I wouldn't want to talk, and especially during COVID when I was doing it, and we had to wear a mask on top of it. So it's like now you're like, I don't know, like breathing in your own air and having to talk. And it was just like, ugh, that was so much and really made for some long days. So I bet you were going to be tired after that. But it sounds like it's going to be a good thing for you. So. It was worth it though. I mean, I loved it. I loved what I was doing. It was just, long hours. You're welcome, PP. Yes, very strong frequency. Sonia, let me know if you have a question. I think she may have left us though. She said hi and dipped out. All right, I'm going to start pulling our affirmations. And sometimes I start doing that, and then we get our stragglers, as I call them. Not at all meant offensively, of course. Oh, confirmation from my fur baby. Let's see what affirmations we need to be doing, collective. Somebody having issues with their knee? Knee, thigh, something. Maybe your left leg. Came to me. All right, let's see. And Dylan, does that mean you're going to get to hear the concert? Listen to the concert at all? I used to have friends that would do that work, like festivals and concerts and stuff, just so they could have like free entry or like listen to it from outside. Ooh, love it. Okay, guys. We just got some affirmation. So we're going to go over them. Again, tomorrow, I think we're going to go ahead and do by sign what to expect. Yeah, I think what to expect might be what you need to release. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be per sign, okay, for tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Again, make sure your notifications are on so that you get the notification once I go live, since I don't really schedule them. So we got my ancestors are protecting and guiding me. Love it. I am powerful. I am connected. I am inspiring. Ooh. I am beautiful. And I am successful. Love it. Okay, so let me think. Any other? Told you guys about the eclipse, about tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's kind of it for announcements and stuff. So keep an eye out, guys. It sounds like everyone's already feeling the energy. So again, let me know if you guys need help with that. Sanctuary444.com or email me. All the info's in the bio. Okay, so we got my ancestors are protecting and guiding me. I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am connected. I am inspiring. I am successful. And if you want more affirmations, check out my free playlist on YouTube. That's a whole collection of shorts for money affirmations, protection affirmations, morning, evening, any type of affirmation you need. I got you covered, okay? And again, those are free. All right, so affirm it with me, guys. Yes, PP, affirm it. All right. Well, we will close there. And until next time, guys, sending light, love, and healing. And I hope this helped. Thank you.